everyone, this is Aarti and I'm back with another video. We have been continuously sharing updates on US Embassy and Consulate in India and travel related updates if you're traveling from US to India or India to US. But then today we are going to see the latest update on the Bangalore drop-off location, address change, and then we are also going to see the points that you have to keep in mind if you are going for Dropbox. And along with it, we will also see travelers who are planning to travel from US to India. The biggest issue right now is getting the results within 72 hours. And then what if you have an appointment very next day or within 7 days after you arrive in India? And what if you have more than 48 months of expiry? Are you still eligible for Dropbox? And we will also see few other questions which has been raised by our viewers. So let's get into the video for more information. When it comes to drop-off locations, there are 5 VAC centers and 6 drop-off locations. And if you select Chennai as your drop-off location while scheduling an appointment, then you have an option to drop your documents either in Chennai or Cochin or Bangalore. And the latest update on the drop-off locations for Bangalore is that they have changed the address for the drop-off locations who are planning to drop their documents in Bangalore after Jan 18th, 2022. So you'll be able to find the address in the description as well as over here. And moreover, I think US Embassy might have already mailed you. But still, for people who are not aware of the change of address, please get to know the latest address so that you don't waste time in going to the old address. And one more important point to be added for the drop-off location is that even if you have selected some other location while filling your DS-160, it doesn't matter. You can go ahead and get your appointments in any locations, be it like Chennai or Delhi or Kolkata or Hyderabad, any location for that matter. I think there is a confusion on this location selection as well. So whenever you see other locations while scheduling an appointment, just to go for it, because right now getting an appointment itself is not easy. So just schedule it and then raise your questions wherever you want to ask for. And moreover, if you select Chennai VAC, then you need not pay extra. But if you opt to drop your documents either in Cochin or Bangalore, then you have to pay 650 extra while submitting the documents or while receiving your passport. This is one difference if you are planning to drop your documents in VAC and drop-off locations. When it comes to Dropbox eligibility, still there are many people who are having questions on whether they are eligible for Dropbox or not. We have already made a video on an applicant who are eligible for H1B Dropbox, though he traveled to US on F1 and now on change of status and he is going for first time H1B stamping. But still, as he has been issued previously on F1 visa category, now he is eligible for Dropbox. In the same way, to add on to more scenario to this Dropbox eligible criteria, there was another applicant who is having more than 48 months of expiry but falls under the same visa category, which is H1B. So this applicant is also eligible for Dropbox even though he is having more than 48 months of expiry. So now this applicant has already scheduled an appointment in the month of March. So if you are falling under such category, then you can go ahead and schedule an appointment by answering the questions and you will be able to know whether you are eligible for Dropbox or not. And I would like to add one more scenario of my friend who traveled to US on L1 and now he is applying for first time H1B. But is this applicant eligible for Dropbox? The answer is yes. He has already scheduled an appointment for Dropbox even though he is a first time H1B applicant but has been rejected previously on L1. So this is just a scenario that has been shared by my friend. So if you fall under the same criteria, then you can go and answer your questions and you will get to know whether you fall under the Dropbox or eligibility or not. But mostly in the current situation of the COVID outbreak on Omicron, the consulate is helping the applicants to be eligible for Dropbox so that more number of applicants are getting benefited out of it and stamping is done as many numbers as possible. With the cases increasing worldwide, including US and India, travelers who are traveling from US to India finding it really hard to get the test results within 72 hours, which is a major criteria for the travelers to board the flight. So right now, be it like CVS or Walgreens, they are taking at least 3 to 4 days to give the test results. So with this situation, the travelers will not be able to provide the negative RT-PCR test while boarding, and in fact they have to upload in Air Suvidha before travel itself. So in this current situation, for people who are looking for an answer, it is better to try in airport, because few of our friends who have traveled from US to India recently was able to get the test results within hours in airport. So if you are having any nearby airport, be it like domestic or international, then try to get the test results done in airport so that you'll be able to get the results soon. In fact, faster than CVS or Walgreens. So I think this information would help the travelers who are traveling from US to India. With the latest update of India travel guidelines, the travelers who are traveling from US to India have to quarantine for 7 days after arrival. So in this scenario, what if you have an appointment very next day or within those 7 days? So will you be able to go for the Dropbox appointment? The answer is yes. I'm just sharing this information just from the information shared by my friends who have traveled from US to India in this week. In fact, after the new travel guidelines have been updated. So what happened is that after you arrive in India, your boarding pass will get a stamping that you have to quarantine for 7 days. But then after you leave the airport, it is your responsibility to go for the quarantine. But then if you have an appointment, the consulate is not checking whether the applicant have traveled from US or when he has traveled. In fact, they are just asking for the documents which has to be submitted based on the visa category. So for people who are having a doubt whether you'll be able to go for the document submission, you still have an option of sending someone on behalf of you to submit the documents for Dropbox appointment, or in fact even you can go and drop your documents by following the safety protocols like wearing the mask and having the social distancing as well. If you test positive, then it is always better to send someone else on behalf of you to drop off your documents. So make use of the option of sending someone to drop your documents. Right now there is no issues. That is what we have been hearing. But have a watch on the scenario, because the cases are increasing. We are not very sure what is going to happen in future. For travelers who are planning to travel from US to India or India to US and was looking for the travel experience from the travelers, the answer is right now the travel is hassle free and it is not making much difference compared to how it was before. So if you're planning to travel, it is going to be still the same, and in fact it is hassle free only. Just that you have to follow the safety protocol, and you can see whether you will be able to manage or not, because there are many people who are traveling with the kids and with the toddlers as well. So you have to take a decision whether this travel is required at this point of time or not. But if in case there is a reason for you to travel, then make sure to follow the safety protocol, and then you are good to travel without any issues. Be it like Qatar, Emirates, Etihad or United Airlines, any airlines for that matter, right now the situation is far way better. We thought of sharing each travel experience, but almost everyone had a smooth travel. So why to bring up only one travel experience? So that is where overall experience of the travelers is hassle free. So you can carry on with your travel plans. For people who are raising questions on student visa category, right now the consulate have updated that there is no slots which is going to be available for student visa category in the month of Jan. Maybe you can wait for the slots to be opened for the next batch of students slots, which is expected for spring interview. And if you ask the reason why, the consulate didn't mention any reason for it, but we can expect them to open the slots maybe after January. For people who are looking for the slots update, we usually share the updates given by the consulate through Visa Fridays and other real-time experiences shared by our viewers. And this week update is far way better compared to the other week, because in the second week of December and all, we were not able to see any slot. But after January 10th, there were a lot of slots opened, be it like a first-time H1B, in-person interview appointments, or Dropbox appointment for H1B, H4, and Dropbox B1, B2. We have seen lot of slots opened this week, starting Monday and till Friday. In fact, even today. But today there were a bit less number of slots. But early of this week was much better. More slots opened in almost all the consulates, and we have been updating in our community post, and many viewers were able to schedule an appointment after looking into the community post updates. So we were really happy by seeing those updates from the viewers. For people who are looking for slots in coming days, you continue checking, because the consulate are planning to open every week, and there are a lot of people who are cancelling the appointments due to the current situation. So we can expect more number of slots to be available, be it from the consulate side or people who are cancelling as well. So you can go ahead and continue checking, be it any visa category. I can understand that there are a lot of questions raised by R visa and C1D as well. There is no particular update from the consulate on such category, but we can understand that they are opening slots for R and C1D as well, because the consulate have mentioned that they are not only opening work visa in other visa categories as well. So be it any visa category, don't look for the updates. Instead, when you're looking for an appointment, just check random timing, and especially in the morning time of IST as well as EST. So keep checking, you'll be able to grab one very soon. So this is the update we have for today, and if you're still looking for slots, you continue checking, because more number of slots are opened recently, and maybe they can open in coming days as well. And we are trying to update through community post whenever the slots are open. So keep checking. And for more updates on US Embassy and Consulate in India and related to travel updates, subscribe to this channel, and please stay tuned with Poorna Arti Vlog for more and more updates on embassy, immigration, travel and vlogs. Stay healthy, stay safe. Take care. Bye-bye.